Hello everyone. I hope you liked that stream intro that I just did. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. Hope you guys could hear me. Hope you guys could see me. Hope you guys are doing well. And it bonged. Yes, it bonged. It very much did. That was something I was putting together for a bit. So hello everybody. It's a bit late or early, depending on what part of the world you're in. And oh boy. So yeah, today we're going to be looking at some compact Macs, if you couldn't guess. But oh, good. Glad people love the intro. That's very cool. So we're going to have a very relaxed look at these today. I'm not going to rush through any. When I get tired of doing it, I'll stop. I'm not going to get through all of my backlog. There's quite a few of those machines to look at. But yeah, so there's a lot of fun machines I have here, and you could probably guess where I got them from if you saw any of my last few streams. These came from an eWaste facility. So what happened to the badge? Well, this has an interesting story behind it, so that's why I have this holding up first. So we're going to be looking at them. I got about 14, maybe 15 or so compact Macs. Nothing too fancy. Most of them are Macintosh SE classics, one classic 2, but that's for Mike. A few pluses, so no SE30s, no color classics. By the time I got there, those were all cleaned out. So I am still missing a 512KE and a SE30 in my collection, but that's pretty much it. I guess I had a color classic 2, but that's just a motherboard difference. But well, why so many? Well, they were going to toss them out. I was there one of the last days, and they had so many of them left. And my friend Brian, who visited, he took 4 home with him, and I took the remainder home. I said, well, what do you want for the rest of them? They ended up being about $10 each. Now that's a pretty good price, because $10 alone is good just for the CRT or the floppy disk drive or whatever. I mean, these are parts. These I would be surprised if any of these work, except for the 2 that are labeled working, which probably still need some work. But the rest of these, they have stickers on them. The people who were working on this stuff knew pretty well about computers. So this says no power. Some of them say sad Mac. Some of them say bad flyback, etc. Jail bar pattern, etc. So it was understandable that anything I would get would be not working. And the first time I visited, I actually bought, I think it was 6 of them. And so I paid much more than $10. I think I paid maybe $20 a piece or something like that. But they were the ones with nicer cases. They were the ones that, even if the internals were bad, I knew I could reuse the case. They weren't pried open or anything like that. And so I'm going to be going through a bunch of different ones here. This one is actually one of the first ones I picked up because I put a date sticker at the top of it. Hey! Hello, I'm just seeing all the chat here. So hey everybody, hey Orlando, how you guys doing? Yes, $10 is a steal. Yep. The chat just sort of refreshed, and there was a bunch of things at once. So yeah, so I mean, I didn't want to see them go to trash, and yeah. So let me show you a picture. We'll see if this wants to work today. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm going to show you a picture of how I saw them in the eWaste facility, and they looked very sad. So my mic is going to cut out, but I'm just going to show you. Here's a picture from the eWaste facility. So those were the Macs on the eWaste facility area that they had them there, and that was the last day. Those are the ones that ended up going home with me. They actually, I believe, had I want to say it was about 100 or 150 of them initially. They had like at least 2 pallets packed of these machines and then some. So from what I understand, there were plenty of them there. Yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute. There's a story behind it, I believe, if I'm correct, and I may not be. But yeah, and so then I built a new set of shelves, and I'm doing a little video on that, but I haven't finished that up yet. However, I needed a place to store a lot of this stuff and the stuff I've been tripping over for the past few years in my basement. So I built a new set of shelves, and essentially I've been storing these and a bunch of other things. So let me show you that completed shelf. And again, my well, actually, let me fix the mic. Let me drop over the image there, and then I'll add the mic. So here's the next picture I want to show you guys. There we go. So my audio is back. So yes, so they are very sturdy shelves. They are 8 feet wide by about 42 inches deep. That camera is from 1992, Orlando. So that's a standard definition camcorder, and yeah, those were also from the eWaste place. But so this shelf is one I built to store a lot of stuff that I had lying around. You, you know all about it then. Excellent. Maybe I'll end up with you. Who knows? So yeah, you can see at the top there are some compact Macs there, and while that may not look too impressive, just as you know, a quick understanding here, we have many stacked behind them. So these Macs are stacked 3 deep. So yeah. Yeah, storage it has to be creative at this point to get all these in a spot. And here's a picture of them from the front. Let me try and do that. There we go, and that's from the front. So yeah, there's quite a lot of them. They do differ in different conditions and everything. Some are in better shape than others, obviously. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. So there are a lot of them. I think I have enough compact Mac parts to last me for the rest of my craziness with this stuff. Yes, thank you. Yes, that's the third set of shelves I've built, and I'm trying to limit myself on that, because although there's more stuff I could be putting on shelves, I need to limit myself somewhat, otherwise I'll go crazy. And yeah, so that's where these Macs are being stored right now. So when I pause the stream, I'm walking across the basement, going up on a stepladder and grabbing one of those and looking at the next one. So there's going to be a bit of a time difference between me grabbing them and coming back. But yeah, no, unless it's a Color Classic or an SE30, I have too many compact Macs. I had quite a few. I had, let's see, I had an SE, I had another SE, I had a 128, I had a 512, and I had a Plus, and I had another Plus. I had 6 before in the Classic, so I had 7 before I got those. So I'm set. I'm good. And to be totally fair, I'm probably not going to keep all of them. Now, this is assuming I could fix some of them up. I don't need like 5 800K Mac SEs. I simply don't. I don't have the space for it. If and when these things are cleaned up and I find a appropriate method to distribute or sell them or trade them or whatever, I'll of course let you guys know. But nothing short term, so don't get too excited. Yes, so this is something that I saw there. Let me just move my keyboard here. There we go. So I'm just going to confirm the model number on the back of this, because I wrote down some notes before I went to the facility to make sure that I was accurate in my assumption here. And this one, if I could bring it up there. One moment, please. My phone has decided to switch from Wi-Fi to LTE and then back to LTE. Oh, come on. I hope everyone's doing okay tonight. Hope everyone... I assume a lot of you were watching Bruce's stream, which was cool. That's where I was most of the evening. And it made me want to come on here. So, all right, let's see if that... Curse this phone. There we go. All right, so yeah, if I go here... Yeah, so, all right, so the model number on the back of this is not your exact model number of a Macintosh Plus. I will give you a hint, though. It is extremely similar to a Macintosh Plus. So let's see if we have any guesses of what this individual machine could be, because it was not my first guess. I'll tell you that. So let me confirm the number on the back of this. Make sure I got the right one. Yes, I do. No, not a prototype. I just had it on the page and then it refreshed. There we go. Something weird. This is Steve's excuse to text. I'm not texting. I'm confirming things before I blabber out something and then it's incorrect. So I believe this is actually a Macintosh ED. That's an educational model, identical to the Macintosh Plus, except there's no badging on the front, and the model number on the back. And we'll bring the camera in here. And the model number on the back states M0001A. So, and this is not the only one. There were actually a few of the Plus models I picked up are actually do not say Macintosh Plus on the front. They actually don't say anything on the front. So there are simply a handful of education models. So that was something that surprised me because I didn't really know about them until I looked it up here. And you could see these are in, this is scratched up. This is really rough on the back here. This battery is probably terribly leaked and stuff. But yeah, this was essentially a Macintosh Plus, but I believe what they did was after the Plus was introduced, maybe probably when the SE was introduced, they sold this as a lower cost version for educational markets. At least that's my rough assumption of what I read the other day. But yeah, well, I see. I've heard that too. That some of them would say Macintosh Plus ED, and some of them don't. So if you go on everymac.com and you read the Macintosh Plus ED model, it does have this model number here. So maybe I'm just completely insane here, and I'm incorrect. I'm not throwing that out there. That's a complete possibility. However, there are different variations of these machines. It could be that maybe this was upgraded or something, but I'm assuming that this is an ED model. That's a good question. Maybe that will reveal our answer here. Hello, everybody. Yeah, let me put the camera back on the tripod here, and so we could have a proper look-see. Expose it. Yeah, I mean, these things are made in different factories and stuff. I mean, it is completely within the realm of possibility that I have no idea what I'm talking about. I simply assumed wrong, and then I grabbed a bunch of Macintosh Pluses I thought were something special, and they weren't. But yeah, so let's see. Now also, these were sold and rented as props. This eWaste facility rented out things as props. I would not be surprised if the whole reason behind this tape being here is to block out the word Macintosh, so it was filmed on TV or a play or a movie or whatever. They didn't have to give Apple a nickel or whatever, Alright, so we're peeling this away very carefully. Alright, so this is branded as simply Macintosh Plus, so I'm full of crap, but maybe it was still sold to educational facilities. But, oh, look at that. Very nice. So, I'm just going to put the tape back on I'm going to actually cover up the rough part there. There we go. Good as new. But, yeah, sweet. Okay, so now we have to pay attention. Don't worry, there'll be more peeling going on. I think a few of them have that. Now I'm more concerned about this. This is the PRAM battery, the clock battery, whatever you want to call it. especially because the hinge of these things are very, very, I don't know if it was buffed away. It's, you know, there's a piece of residue over the Apple logo where tape was at one point. So you could see there's some residue here, or you might not be able to see. Hello, David. Thanks for joining. But there was tape here. I don't think they buffed that away. Otherwise, this would maybe feel different. But that's just an assumption. Who knows? Maybe. I have no idea. It's a mystery. But that's part of the fun of this. But yeah. So let me carefully depress this battery holder here. There we go. All right, and we still got a battery in there, and it doesn't look like it leaked or anything, but I mean, who knows? It could be painted. I have no clue. That might be why the tape was in certain areas. There is a bit of residue here. Actually, you know what? Your painting theory may be accurate because, you know, I'm seeing. It's difficult to tell, but I'm seeing some discoloration here and around the edges. So if this was in a movie, maybe they painted it to hide the blemishes, but yeah, because I'm seeing there's this color, then there's this, and this is smooth. Everything on the back is smooth with the exception for this and this. Now I could compare it to another one, but yeah. Well, we are currently full with moderators right now, but sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, you know, I have some alcohol here. I'm gonna try just on the back here, somewhere that is not going to be noticeable. But again, these are used. These are not in pristine condition. I don't have a problem messing around with these a little bit. So let's see. Let's just go to the top here. And hello, everybody I have not had a chance to say hello to. I appreciate you coming here. Yeah, these areas are supposed to be glossy, at least on this model. And I'm knocking everything over my desk as I shake it. I'm just using alcohol here. I'm not using paint remover or anything. Yeah, I don't seem to be doing too much to it. But I can at least clean some of the dust out of this thing. Oof. Well, anyway, this thing will need a cleaning. I am going to put this little battery door... Actually, I'm not going to put that there. I'm going to put that on the side here. Your second PowerBook 17-inch. I don't even have a PowerBook 17-inch. How about that? Very cool. Alright, so there's actually something else in this this Mac here. Somebody left a little disc in there. So what I'm going to do is this says no power on the top. So I'm assuming that the power does not work on this. I'll try it, but I'm not really going to test things here. I'm just going to open them up and make notes on them. So I'm not going to recap anything. I'm not really going to do any in-depth testing, but I'm going to try and eject the floppy disk with this paper clip here, which is yeah, that's not happening. That is the glue, and I mean the grease has turned to glue. That is not budging at all. So what happens if you put an iMac motherboard to Macintosh? That is a loaded question, and you're missing some things there. But yeah, so let's crack this thing open. How about that? Let's see if there's anything interesting in here that we have to look about. All right. It's not a contest. Again, I can't stress enough that most of my collection, the majority of my collection, was acquired at least 15 to 20 years ago. More than that, actually, now that I think about it. When Apple stuff was very undesirable. Nobody wanted it. At all. Nobody. You couldn't give it away. And now all of a sudden, people want it again. Don't ask me. Some things just happen like that. I was smart, but I was also basically like, hey, I've seen this stuff in magazines. That's cool. I want to play with that. Because I was a Mac person. My dad was a Mac guy, so I got it from him. And, you know, that's basically how it happened. Then when I would go to PC shows with my friends, because they were into computers, but they weren't into Macs. And at these PC shows, nobody wanted this Apple stuff. People would come with it. It would eventually sell, but I got a quick take camera there. I got an Apple One scanner there. I got my first Color Classic there. So many cool things I could have picked up. I drool over the photos I took. I'm glad I took the photos. I wish I took more. Alright, so we got the screws out of here. You can see some of the overlap paint around the CRT. Yeah, there's some dust there. Something was done to this. Well, but yes, there is the screw cover by the battery, so that's why I removed that there. So we will do that one next. Yes. Don't worry. I refreshed myself on some of the take a service manuals before doing this stream. I'm not that silly, but thank you for catching that. I would not want to have tried to hug this machine for 20 minutes and not be able to get the darn thing off. All right, so yeah, let's look at the side here. So this is all pretty clean. It does have a feeling of something like paint on it. So, you know, I would not be surprised if this was painted. And in here, there's dust. I don't know what that is. It's almost like a floury substance. Maybe it's concrete. Phrasing. Yep. So yeah, let's. Whoop, this is coming off. Just look. Look there. This is the easiest one. Easiest one. No humping on this one. No, thank you. All right. Easy peasy. Oh, look at the dust on this one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no wonder this thing doesn't power on. Oh boy. Let's you guys ready for this? This is the worst compact Mac I've ever seen. I think Bruce, you know, the force is going through Bruce right now and he's just shuddering and he doesn't know why. Look at this. Now you may be thinking, Steve, that doesn't look too bad. This is beyond caked. This is super caked. Look at the dirt and grime on this thing. My goodness. Wow. Yeah, so, you know, $10, that's what $10 will get you probably. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, these are all going to be brought outside, and I'm going to take my leaf blower and blow the heck out of them. I mean, that transformer looks a bit iffy. It is 1:23 a.m. here. But, yeah, ouch. This poor little guy. Yeah, even there's dust everywhere on this thing. Everywhere. So, yeah, this is, you know, it looks like the neck is okay, but that the way that is on at the end there is a little concerning. It's sort of, yeah. No, we're not going to be cleaning these. We're just taking a quick look here. I am going to make notes on what is what and what needs most assistance here, and we'll be going from there. But this is, oh my goodness. What I am going to do, yes, I had to wear my mask. What I am going to do is try to eject the floppy disk. I should be able to do that now that we have the machine open. Alright, so let's just put, there we go. And I have to change this banner. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. I have to do a giveaway of some sort. I don't know what to do yet, but I'm sure something will come to me. Yeah, this is this will be one of our before and after things, I'm sure. So thankfully on the Plus, what I could do is just use this screwdriver and pull back. This is just metal here. There we go. We had a CompuServe Manager floppy disk. Look at that. yeah, the other Mac Plus is in the corner. And it's going, "What happened? Are you okay?" Don't worry, we'll try and fix him up. Oh boy. So yeah, this is has CompuServe Information Manager Mac CIM version 2.4.3, and there's a copyright date of 1995, which is interesting because this is an 800K floppy disk. So they were still distributing 800K floppy disks. Jeez. Wow. Yeah, this disk is even dusty. Well, that's interesting. Let's see if I could take a peek at anything else with this little machine here. It looks like all the memory slots are populated, but that doesn't really tell us much. My goodness, this poor little thing. Yeah, I would not even attempt to turn it on in its current state right now, because it is just so dusty, and I see a lot of areas that could be questionable, and I wouldn't even want to stress it out. Actually, I think no, the fuse is intact. I thought the fuse was bad for a second, and I don't know if this is normal. I haven't really played around with the analog boards yet. I will have to recap them, and I'll watch Bruce's videos and such. But that transformer just looks a little bit suspect. It looks like it got very wet or very oily or whatever. It could be completely normal. I'm just saying my opinion. It looks a little suspect, or sus, as Bruce would say. So yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. That's gonna be a real fun one. So, no, we're not gonna fire these up. We take forever. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna label it. So, what I have here, as I fumble with my cables, I have a little label printer set up with my little Mac Mini over here. And what I'm gonna do, if I could get my mouse here. There we go. And we have to make sure our label printer is actually plugged into the outlet, because it ain't going to work without that. No siree. No sir. Alright, where's our extension cord going? Over here. There we go. Alright, so yeah, yeah, and the reefer cap's on there too. Yeah, there's a whole bunch that could be going wrong with this. I'm not booting them up right now. That's why I'm not doing that. Yeah, well, dust could be expensive if it's explosive. Yep. I've had enough problematic streams as of late, but the thought is appreciated. All right, where the heck is this USB cable going? Because, boy, excuse me one moment. There we are. Things tend to work better when they're plugged in. Well, you know, I just had my first reefer cap explosion. Actually, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you probably saw that. I had a Apple IIgs, was working perfectly fine. Mike from Mike's Mac Shack and Mac Yak was over, and we were playing around with the Apple IIgs, and he left. I continued to play around with it the next day, and poof, my very first reefer cap explosion. It smelled horrible. There was a lot of smoke. It popped very loudly, and right after it popped, I got some footage of the smoke, but thankfully, the machine should be fine. All I have to do is replace those caps. They're power filtering caps. You could technically run the machine without it. I'd, of course, prefer to just replace those caps. but he had he's a few hours. It's nothing. It's not an easy drive, but it's not horrible. I don't think adults really use the term play date unless they're doing something different. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna print out a label here, and we're going to label this machine as, well, the mess that it is. So I'm going to say this is a Macintosh Plus. This was acquired on May 23rd, 2020. Sticker. So their diagnosis was no power. Question mark. Very dusty. And let's see, what else do we have to say about this? I guess that's about it. So yeah, all right. So we could do that. And I'm actually going to actually, you know what? Let me do this first. So I printed out a blank label by mistake once. So I have that here. Let me find a writing utensil here. Here we go. I'll just write out this label manually. And where'd my scissors go? Here they are. So this will just allow us to understand which Mac is which, because as you can imagine, I have quite a few similar looking compact Macs now. So, alright. No, so there are no hard drives in the Macintosh Plus model. Alright. Now it does have SCSI externally, so you can use a SCSI to SD adapter. Oh, there's just so much dust. Ah, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to just put a label on the back here. Well, they used very similar cases, and the original 400K floppy disk drives were much fatter and taller. So, it looks like there's extra space. Yeah, I guess you could technically tap into the SCSI port. You could do that. But I cannot, unfortunately, be mobile enough to show you the shelves. They are on the other side of the basement, and I'm wired to this computer. So maybe when I do a live stream via a laptop or something, I could do that. But, yeah. Very cool, Orlando. I actually have one of those. I wonder if you know what? Hey, Orlando. When you find that, can you please take pictures of it? There's one that I have, and if it's the Mac Rescue model, there is like zero documentation out there for it, and the dip switches on them to control the memory and the SCSI output and everything are pretty much undocumented. Yes, there's some documentation online, but it didn't work for me. So if you have yours and you have a box, maybe there's a manual in there, share some pictures, please. That'd be awesome. Alright, so I'm going to just label this thing as, alright, so this is Mac Plus. This is from the 23rd. Let's see, no power, question mark. Because we didn't find that out, they did. And very dirty. Alright. Mac Snap is the one you have. Oh, okay. Never heard of that one. All right. What am I looking for? Okay, so there's a upgrade board, and I'll pull it off the shelf maybe later. I did a video on it. If you look at one of my past live streams, essentially I got a Macintosh 512K that was upgraded to a Plus, had a SCSI port over here where the battery was, and I believe the model or the company was called Mac Rescue. It had a weird, one of those names where you Google it and a bunch of unrelated stuff comes up. But anyway, it's basically an upgrade board, goes right over the CPU, sockets right into it, and upgrades the 512K to a Plus. You replace the floppy drive also, have a SCSI port. But there's a dip switch on there that controls the memory and all that good stuff. And yeah, that's not really documented. So, alright, that's our first one here. I guess I'm gonna leave the screws out of this. You know what? I'm gonna put the screw for the battery back in, because I'm gonna lose that. not going to put it all the way back in, just a little bit there. Yeah. Oh, put Tiger on there. Well, it depends on the model. Some of the models you need a little special version of that for. I guess I'll just put the screws in a pile. It doesn't really matter, I guess, which ones they go to. They're all the same thing. All right, so that's our first one. This is the first Mac. That spent a bit of time on that one, so how about that? I'm gonna put the battery cover back in there. Nope, it's not gonna fit because I didn't screw that in all the way. How about that? I just don't want to break any of this plastic here. Just going very slowly here. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, so I'm going to put this down for a second, and what else do I have over here? I have a Macintosh, another Macintosh here. So let me bring this down, and there goes the battery cover. Ah! Alright, we're gonna just put you under the handle. There. Remember, I put it under the handle. I'm going to forget in like 3 days. Alright, here we go. Okay, the next one we have here is a Macintosh SE FD HD. So this is a floppy drive high density model. Again, we have tape on the back. So this one I also picked up on the 23rd. This one also says bad flyback transformer question mark, and original price tag of $40. So yeah, let's fulfill all of your requests here, and let's take this tape off very slowly, so you don't want to rip the label or anything. Yeah, $40 is too much, and I wouldn't pay $40 for a questionable Mac unless it was something more sought after. But let's try and do this very slowly here. Yeah, you know, there's no sound with this really, so you won't be able to hear it. And my furnace is making a lot of noise, so you probably can't hear that over that. But oh yeah, it's Macintosh SE. And this is just electrical tape, so I am not going to hang on to this because it's electrical tape. I'm throwing it in the garbage. It is very clean though, so that was probably put on fairly recently. One would assume. Okay, so you know I'm gonna number them. I'm gonna put a number 2 on the one we just opened. I'm sorry, number 1, and this will be number 2. Well, I just mislabeled that one, didn't I? Whatever. This will be number 1. It's just for my own understanding here. There's a label on top. I didn't write on the top of the machine. There's a sticker right here. Pro Peeler. Mac84 is Pro Peeler, now available for the PlayStation 1. All right, so yeah, let's open this up. This says has a bad flyback question mark. Let's see if we can determine any issues with this. Now, it might be that the battery has gone kablamo, but who knows? So for the 20 of you watching this stream right now, thank you. I very much appreciate it. Oh, this is going to be hard. Yeah, there we go. Good. Sometimes these screws are just very, very annoying here. Wouldn't it be nice if you had a computer that could talk to you? Gosh, I used to play with that forever. Hey, Mike! That's because we're waiting for you, buddy. Now we could get into high gear here. Yeah, I mean, these have seen better days, obviously. And just like that, well, the screws came out. So let's not forget, Mike is doing a giveaway. You're all probably sick of me hearing me say it, but Mike is doing a giveaway of an iBook G4 12-inch laptop. I previously owned it, so you could say I touched it. Super rare, Steve Jobs, whatever. And go look at his channel. He has a video about how to win that laptop. It's a very nice one. The battery lasts like 2 or 3 hours. It's great. Yeah, I need a proper compact Mac screwdriver. I actually have the bit that extends things, but I don't know where the heck it is. It actually shipped to my brother's house by mistake, and I had to go pick it up from him. I don't know where it went. All right. Anyway, let's try and open this up. So again, the edges here don't look too bad. It doesn't look like anyone's really tried to pry open this thing, but I need to advertise that more. Whoever wins that, you're getting a good iBook. That's all I could say. All right. So this one is not being as easy, is it? Actually, there we go. Yeah, this screen has some pretty gnarly burn-in. Let's see if you guys can see this. You could kind of almost tell what application they were using. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. But you know what? Maybe the logic board is good. And if you had a burn-in screen, I guess that's better than no screen at all. So, again, parts, again, $10. That's why I wouldn't pay $40 for these machines. Okay, yes, this seems to be coming out. It was well loved or neglected. What's the difference? All right, let's make sure we're not going to break off my fingernails here. We won't turn this into a Ruck K Mods video. There we go. All right. Okay. So here's the inside. You can see there are some scratches here. I don't know if I caused that, but a little bit dusty. Not the worst I've seen. All right, so here's the big reveal here. Now that is not too bad looking. That does not look too bad, to be honest. So it's a little dusty inside, definitely, but it looks remarkable compared to the first one. Exactly. We do have those memory modules built in here, and I am actually going to try and remove the logic board from this one because I want to make sure the PRAM battery has not gone kablamo. That is my first concern here. We do have a SCSI hard drive. We do have a floppy disk drive. So that is good. But I am very curious about the logic board here. So, yeah, the hard drive is probably dead. Or maybe not. Who knows? Maybe if the flyback went, people didn't use the machine. Who knows what precious data may be on that hard drive. So what we're going to do is we're going to stall for time. As I look for the towel I usually put on these machines as I flip them over. Yeah, let me go grab that. Yes, grayscale images. That's where the hot action is these days. Let me grab a towel. No fancy be right back image. I'll be right back. All right, let's. Now I'm not going to discharge the CRT, but let's not go zap happy either. So move the camera a little bit so I can get closer here. Move this disc over Put my phone back on the charger. Alright, and let's Alright, no worries, Charlie. And that goes for any of you if you gotta step out. I realize this time may not be convenient for all. You could always catch the stream on repeat or rewind or whatever you want to call it. Alright. Okay. So, this is always fun. And by fun, I mean nerve-wracking. No, Jay, you have to stay here. You're the moderator. I'm sorry, this is what you signed up for. This is what you have to do. You signed the contract, I didn't force anybody. And Raw Elements, you're in the same time zone as I am, so howdy. Alright, so what I'm going to do is carefully not electrocute myself, because this CRT is not discharged, and I don't have a discharge screwdriver, actually. I have to make one of those. I really, really do. But I'm just going to be extra careful. And I'm going to just unplug the hard disk power cable. Going to unplug the SCSI cable here from the logic board. Well, if you're referring to my live streams, well, thank you. Okay, and we have the other SCSI cable. I'm going to just coax this one out here. There we go. Okay, and just gonna be extra careful here. It's always weird because you got all these like these holes in the metal, which I'm glad there are holes there, but it's you have to sort of fish your fingers around in there just to unplug these cables and move them aside. I just want to see if there's a should be a battery. There's a battery on this thing. I see the caps. Is that the battery? Maybe. Actually, might be able to identify it from the bottom here. I'm going to cheat and go to Bruce's wonderful website. It would help if I'm going to use this machine because I don't want to reach over there. Oh. So Bruce's website is recapamac.com.au, and he has excellent resources and images of logic boards and analog boards and all that stuff. So all I'm just doing here is I just wanted to see where the battery is, and that's where I thought it was, right here where I can't really see. So I'm just going to pull the logic board up a little bit. Thank you, Jay, for putting that link in there. Very handy website for anybody who services these machines. And I just want to make sure we can safely determine if that battery has leaked. Doesn't look like it, but I see. All right, this has a battery in the holder, so we can at least remove the battery, add it to my candy bag here, a bag of batteries, and maybe I'll make a necklace or something. Very, very strange thing to do, but I've seen weirder Patreon perks. I'm just gonna throw that out there. It is not soldered, it's in a little plastic holder, so that should make it a little easier for us today. Let me move this camera again. Let me actually move it up so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's why I'm opening these up, because I want to make sure nothing is damaged here. And so we're going to move this SCSI cable out of the way. Yes, I am not going to touch the caps. And I'm just looking at the... Yeah, this one is annoying because it has a big clip for the big cord there. Actually, I almost could... Ooh, it's a Maxell battery. Oh boy. So let me show you where this battery is. Yeah, good luck with that, David. So the battery is all the way. You see that white clip in the middle? Past that, there's a black thingy. I'm being very descriptive here. And behind that is the battery. You could probably see it if you know what they look like. It's in that little holder. So, yeah, well, the dangerous parts are the CRT. Don't touch it. Don't touch the caps on the analog board, and don't touch the CRT, or you're going to have a bad time. So, I'm going to live by those words, and I'm going to very, very carefully try and unhook this thing. I mean, hey, $10 alone is sometimes good just for the SCSI cable and a few other parts. How about that? Yeah, so, alright, so now what we got to do is we got to remove this ribbon cable here. That plugs from the analog board directly into the logic board there. And once that cable is removed, I can lift the board out. I can't really do that because that cable is so short that as I try and lift this out, you know, it's not going to let me do it. And in addition to that, the way this is manufactured, you could see that there's a metal, now you can see it, there's a metal housing just above that connector. So I can't slide the thing up. If that metal was not there, it'd be so much easier. I could just lift this whole thing up and just unplug it, but I can't. So we're going to have to do this a little bit carefully. It's going to take some time. Like I said, this is going to be a relaxed stream, kind of, maybe, sort of. As long as I don't electrocute myself. I keep saying that, but I am nervous. Which, you know, one should always take caution when dealing with these machines. Hello, Bruce. Just in time. We're about to fish out a battery from this guy. This is a Macintosh SE, for those of you just joining in. And, you'll have to rewind, Bruce. I did a pretty slick intro, I think. I think you would appreciate that. Yeah, let's try and by the way, Bruce did a fantastic stream. So well done, Bruce. It's always nice seeing life be restored to these classic machines. Okay, so we're just moving that floppy cable out of the way. And what I am doing is just preparing to unplug this big connector that's into the logic board, so I can lift the logic board out, we can remove the battery, and then we don't got to worry about it anymore. So this is actually going to force me to remove these two screws here. Maybe. Ah, come on. That does not want to do that today. Try another screwdriver. I am not good with holding tools. They always fall out of my hands. Whoa, that's... Yeah, we don't want the metal bits falling inside of the computer. No siree. Yes, it is, Mike, but you never know. You never know. There we go. Always assume it is, and you will never be disappointed when it isn't. Or the other way around. However that goes. Alright, so we'll get these screws out. This is just going to remove this little metal guide for the expansion card slot. And yes, these do have an expansion card slot. So this is the piece of metal we just took out of there. Try not to lose the screws on that. Now it's a little bit easier because we don't have that metal here. It's a little bit easier to get to this plug here. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try and get to that plug. And it has a clip on it, so I'm going to use one of these little tools to try and suggest that that clip kindly remove itself. I need a longer tool. That's what I need. It is late. It is late. It is late. Well, come on over. Oh, this is always fun. Alright, you heard it here, folks. Mike is going to come over. He'll be here in a few hours, and he's going to lick all the anode caps. Alright, Yannick, that might be a bit of a trip for you, but hey, you want to come visit? I cannot pay your airfare, but... Alright, this is a little longer. I just really need to get myself some better tools. Or just not misplace the ones I keep misplacing. So, yes, once the border is safely opened for transit. And this is an interesting little tool. It's like a pair of scissors, but they're actually little tweezers, and they actually grip together. Interesting. Yes, and also make sure Mike doesn't sneak out with any parts. Well, thank you, Bruce. Eep. That is that. You know what? I will just get my hand in there. How about that? So I'm going to stand up so I can see what I'm doing. Thank you very much, Bruce, for the super chat. It's greatly appreciated. And you know what? That was very easy. See, Bruce knows what he's doing with these. There we go. See? All that complaining, and I could have just done it in 2 seconds. Alright, let's lift this up out of here. Oh, yeah, there's I forgot the little cable. That's probably bending those pins. Oopsie doodle. Well, it's not like I don't have any spare parts, so that's okay. Let's pry that out of the way. My bad. Yep, this speaker cable. It's alright. Looks like I'm not the first one in here, so. Okay. Well, I figured I'd show you guys. So, here we go. Here's our board. We have our battery, which we will be removing immediately. And yes, it is caked with dust. Caked, I say. Yeah, this is dusty. So let's get that battery out of there. There we go. It's a nice Maxell one there. How about that? Oh boy. Yeah, so this is let's see. This says 89-06. So maybe this expired in 1989. How about that? So we will put that in our little bag. And yeah, the pins for that speaker cable have been slightly nudged in the wrong direction. I will rectify that right now. Okay, that's all good. Yes, this I mean, this is this dust isn't horrible, but yeah, I will be cleaning this up. Okay, yeah, let me focus here. Let's make sure it's focusing now. Now watch my finger. Ooh, yeah, that's dusty. Now, let's go one step further. Yeah, so you could really tell the difference now. Yeah, if I had a little tool. Let's see. What? No, it's not gonna. I was gonna do wash me, but no. Yeah. Yeah, so I should be wearing a mask now, actually. But yeah, how about that? This is looking good. Battery didn't explode. That's good. So we're gonna put the board back. I'm not gonna bother plugging the speaker cable in. Well, I guess I could. But no, you know what? I'm gonna leave it unplugged because I'm gonna open this up again. And it would just bother me. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Dana. Don't. The eBay seller didn't respond to me yet, so that's kind of making me even more ticked, but whatever. Alright, so, yeah, actually, just looking at the board here, We have a barcode of BS9041207, which I'm sure means something to somebody. And I will actually write that down on our little label, so I don't have to open up the machine to read that if it's important or whatnot. Where'd my marker go? I'll write it with the pen. So this is BS9041207. Cool. Yeah, I mean these. Let's see. I'm gonna. Yeah, these. Ugh. I hate these with the plastic clips. No, thank you. Yeah, I'm not gonna take those off. I was gonna be fancy and look up Dana's thing, but I have some other Macs to look at, so we're gonna put this back in. All right, Jay. See you later. Enjoy your whatevers. Good old X-Files. Oh, come on, speaker cable. Really? You wanna play like that? Cause I'm not gonna put you back in. Cause that's how you get snipped. All right, cool. Really? That speaker connector is just in the wrong spot I need it to be right now. I should have just put the damn thing back in there, but I'm a stubborn person sometimes. And yes, I'm very much well aware I sometimes make these problems for myself. Oh, how did it come out of there like that? Jeez. I guess I could just put it back that way. It came out of its groove here without me. There we go. All right, cool. Oh yeah. This you could swing it open a little bit, but yeah, I could see that now. I'm. Yep. All right, so let's move along to our next one here. So I'm gonna bring this back up. Go, and let's get our case for it. Put that back. Let's move that towel out of the way. Yes, well, we have plenty to open, so we could do it the other way next time. And by next time, I mean in like 5 minutes. Okay, so this one, let's put our little label on it so we know that we opened this before. All right. Yeah, everything's not lined up, but whatever. We're not going to spend too much time on this. All right, so number 1. Okay. Yes, my fingertips have been shredded before on this and many other boards. So, all right, so I'm gonna put this back. I have to go to the shelf to pull off the next one. So, what do you guys want to see? We have a classic. Well, this is what the menu is. We have a plus, a classic, and an SE. Take your pick. Well, they're all the same, but interaction. All right, so Yannick says a classic. Orlando says a classic. Scarlet Swordfish wants another plus. Tom says a classic. Dana says a plus. Matt says a classic. Oh, a lot of votes for the classic. That's gonna be the one that's gonna like take me 5 hours, and I'm gonna hug the thing to try and open it up. I should just never given you guys the option. Oh boy. All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna pull a few off the shelf. And yes, sucks to be me. And we'll grab a few. How about that? All right. So let me. Actually, I'm gonna also get some Ziploc bags for the little screws because I'm gonna lose these. And yeah, it's probably not a good idea. So, an SE. Yeah, I might do another SE. There's. Actually, yeah. So let me confirm something real quick. This model is the FDHD, right? So let's go here real quick. I just wanted to confirm something. Yes, okay, 5011. Yeah, so this is, let me just write the sticker on the back in case the front ever gets moved around. DHD. Alright, cool. Classic with SE. Ooh, a combination. Alright, Dana, no worries. I fully understand where you're coming from. We're not going to go too much longer. We'll mess around for a little bit while. Classics are junk. Yeah, Mike. Except if it's a classic too. Oh boy. Yeah, I do need a bigger workbench. That is something I am working on. So the idea is that I will be building a workbench area that is bigger than this IKEA desk. That will take some time. So don't expect that anytime soon. See you later, Orlando. Good night. Unless you were just saying good night to Dana. But anyway, alright, so gets back to it. So this is not the classic. Hold on. I brought two here. We'll put you back down. You got that right, Mike. Yeah, so to give you an idea of how big this workbench is, let's zoom out a little bit and I'll explain briefly. So, this is the bench. We got a 24-inch monitor here, another 24-inch monitor. What is it, 19-inch monitor? A huge Laserdisc player here, ginormous, with a video scaler on top and a bunch of drawers. It is an absolute mess because it's a workbench. Of course it's a mess. It's a full-size keyboard there, so to put it into perspective, it's a pretty sizable desk. But there's a lot of stuff on it. Yeah, exactly. Well, the floor's here. I could see it. I could feel it. Alright, so... yeah. Alright, so we have a Macintosh Classic here. And the reason why people are saying the Classics are junk are because they were just a rehashed machine. They don't have the advantages of an SE with an expansion slot, really, or anything like that. This one has no notes. Oh, it does. It says bad. It just says Logic Board with a red sticker. They still want $40 for it. So, yeah, this is an IKEA desk. I believe it's called a Galant. Yeah, I believe that's the model of it. I know that because when I moved, I lost the screws at one point, and they're not standard screws, and so I was going crazy looking for the screws, and thankfully I found them in my house. But all right, so yeah, they look pretty clean. This one's a bit dirty and dusty, and I would use more of the alcohol to clean it, but cleaner is at a premium these days, so I can't really just go around using it up on all these Macs. I'd love to, but let's get the tripod angled a little bit better. There we go. All right, so yeah, this says bad Logic Board. We're not going to turn this one on, but we can open it up. Yes, maybe I could find a wireless keyboard, Mike. All right, so let's undo this screw here, and I forgot to get my little Ziploc bag, but we'll make do. Maybe we won't. I'm doing okay. Could be better. Unfortunately, it could be worse. I hope everyone is safe and healthy and doing alright. Alright, there we go. Alright, and the two screws in here are intact. Always wondering if you're going to get a very tight one that's stuck in there pretty good or not. These seem to be cooperating so far. There we go. Yeah, we'll probably stream for another 45 minutes. I'm going to limit this to 2 hours because it's pretty late here. So just a heads up to anybody. Here we go. All right, so let's hope there's no exploded goodness in here. So let's see if this one wants to cooperate. Again, I always have this with the Classics, that the top does not want to release itself from the case. The bottom is fine. As you can see, the bottom has a good opening there. But the top, for whatever reason, ooh, I'm hearing a lot of crunch inside. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that ain't good. Yeah, so I could try pressing on it. I'm gonna do what Mike always suggests: is it's a lot of dust in there. Ugh, dirt, grime, whatever. Is put the screw in like one thread and then tap it, and that sort of will suggest the rest of the case to play along. But first I'm just running my fingernail across it just to see if it's a lot of there's some rattling going on with this too. So hey, how's RetroComp? Welcome to the party. Yeah, this is another one of those videos. The cracking begins. Release the Kraken. Actually, there we go. It's just a little stubborn. That's all. 10 hours later. Just hold on, it's almost there. There we go. I could do that, but there, I got it. Yeah, this sounds very crusty, and I have no idea what's inside any of these. So, oh my gosh, we got explosion of capacitors or battery because pieces are just falling. Oh my god! Well, there's the battery, folks. We found the battery. Oh my god! Look at that! Look at that! That is horrible. Whoa, boy. Well, I'm glad it's only a classic. Wow, man. Wow. Hold on a second here. First off, oof. Let's take a look. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, the humanity. Oh, it's just powder, corrosive everywhere. Ugh. Oh boy. Yeah, well, it's oof, and then it's dusty too. Look at this. Look at all. I mean, this was upside down and probably. Oh, you poor thing. Well, you know, the screen may be good. I'm actually going to remove the logic board from this because there's no sense in it sitting around like this. Ugh, boy. That is a shame. This is what we're looking at, Bruce. The battery has fallen off of this classic. Has sealed itself on the bottom of here. And look at the green. And it's just, this is just awful. Just look at that. So, yeah, that's a prime example of why to take the batteries out of these darn machines. And there's a dead bug that fell out of there too. And I'm pretty sure this is a capacitor of some kind or some other component. Little pieces that were falling off of it. Yes, it's a good CRT. There's another little component that fell off of it. Yes, this is yep, this is actually a capacitor. Read the value of that right away. That's a 16 volt, 47 microfarad. If the camera wants to focus there, but yeah, that's the front of the cap. That's about. Come on, just focus for me for like once, please. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, we almost had it. Almost had it. Yay, to touch the camera. Yay. Oh, come on. Whatever, you guys get the idea. Yeah, so let me see if I have a spare bin here. Put this stuff here. It's a salvage operation. Yes, it was. It was. Oh, yeah, we're going to do that, Bruce. This thing is dirty, so I'm going to put a towel down on the desk. And, this looks like a Brankus Creation special to me. Oh, my gosh, look at that. Oh, boy. Look at that. Yeah, that's pretty bad. They weren't lying when the sticker said logic board. Yeah, well, it's kind of the problem. Oh my goodness. That might be just a flesh wound. It might be ooh, yeah. Sort of, was it fused? Yeah. Well, I'm definitely not gonna toss it out. Oh yeah, rust in the lungs. That's good. That's good for you. Yeah, let's look at the top. Ugh. Yeah, I'm curious how the battery got to the bottom of this. Probably someone took it out, or I don't know. All right, let's dig a little further here. Eep. It's a very sad eep. A sad eep. All right, let's try and remember how to take these boards out here. This metal is like fused to the logic board here. That is not coming off. That is. I'm gonna grab a photo. Yeah, because it's right here. Almost looks like it's like molded itself to the side here. I don't think. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun getting that off. Yeah, I mean, I'll still be careful, but at least the hard drive may be good and the screen. They can't all be winners. I got the SCSI cable out, got the floppy cable out. Let's get the, oh, jeez. I gotta show you guys this. My gosh. Oh boy, you guys gotta see this. Look at that. Let me remove that cable so you get a closer look. Look at that. That is just terrible. Yes, I will do that, Bruce. Yeah, this thing has been through a war, it looks like. This looks pretty clean compared to the rest. It's dead, Jim. Alright, so yeah, let's at least just take the poor board out of this thing, and hopefully no more components fall off, but oh boy, this is a rough one. At least the floppy drive and the hard drive may work. That's a very good question. All right. I don't see any other cables or anything. Yeah, that is rusted to the side of this board. It is not budging. That is like rusted, so this is not really giving me any wiggle room here. I don't know if WD-40 would help or what, but look at this though. This metal here is actually curved in a little bit. You might be able to see that like just a little bit, but this is gnarly, man. Yank it. All right, Bruce. The doctor said yank it. So The left side is coming out. I'm just worried about slicing my fingers open. Surprised this metal is so strong. And the rest, ugh, yeah, I didn't want to touch that. There we go. Well, that did most of it. It's coming off. Oh boy. Wow, look at all that rust. Wow. All right, the big reveal, folks. Holy moly. I don't know if this is salvageable. Hey, look how much green is on the processor there. I mean, wow. Yeah. If my ultrasonic cleaner worked, I would do that. We got a floppy header that looks okay. We could reuse that. It's a practice board or a parts board. We got 1990 Revision A Mac Classic. That, you know what, Bruce? That is good if I ever get one. So where did the battery come from? Where did the battery fall off of here? It's hard to tell because there's so much garbage here. I'm gonna assume here. Yeah, that's where Mr. Battery was. That's where it got sad and exploded. Look at the back of it, too. Oh, boy. Well, at least, look how shiny the back is. It looks so nice. And you're like, oh, yes, this is going to be perfect. And oh, my goodness. I wonder if that ROM is salvageable. Yeah, the ROM doesn't look too bad. All right, this is a parts machine, definitely. Rip. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, let's put a label on it so we know which poor machine this thing came out of. So this will be machine number 3. This is the exploded PRAM. All right, so put that logic board off to the side with that label. All right, Scarlet Swordfish, no worries. Have a good night. Yeah, I can't easily take the hard drive out without anything else, so I'm going to leave that in there for now. But, yeah, let me just put the back case on. Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's only a classic, but I can't even put the back case on, actually, because of that. Let me try and grab the battery. I'll just use a paper towel. Yeah, that's our winner here. Another victim. I'm not saving this one. This is getting tossed in the trash. Oh, come on. Focus, you lousy camera. There we go. Look at that beauty there. Let's see. Is there a date that's legible on here? No, I can't see a date. So that goes in the trash. Not even worth adding it to my necklace collection. How about that? Alright, well. Yes. So that's good. At least this one had a good CRT by the looks of it. I mean, who knows? There's dirt and crap all around it, but maybe we could clean that up. Yeah, there's all sorts of crap on the bottom of this case too. So I'm gonna actually just loosely put it back in because there's nothing for it to hurt as far as the board goes anymore. And we'll just put this off to the side. 1 second. Okay. This towel's gonna need a good cleaning after this. Alright, next one up here is, oh boy, this is a heavy boy. We have another Macintosh SE. How about that? So, screen may have minor burn-in. Yeah, just a little bit. You can sort of see the menu bar, but really not bad. Oh boy. This is a Macintosh SE, 1 megabyte of RAM, 800K floppy drive, and a 20 megabyte hard drive. How about that? Unfortunately, I see some rust. I'm a little concerned here, but we must proceed. We must be brave. This is the one you want. The screw has rust on it. That can't be a good sign. Oh, there we go. Well, we got some cobwebs on the end of, well, that looks like dirt, actually. It doesn't look like a burn mark. But, yeah, we got cobwebs. That's a good sign. If a bug pops out of this thing, that's it. The stream's over. Ah, jeez. Come on. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's see if this one wants to come quietly. Oops, I'm hitting my keyboard here. Oh, this is heavy too. That hard drive adds extra weight to this thing. There we go. Very clean inside except for some white residue, but we got pretty signatures inside, which you can't see. You can kind of make out. There's too many shadows. But we got some pretty signatures inside. this one doesn't look bad, actually. This, let's put it down. Yeah, that's what, I guess that was glue to hold the metal shield in place, but that board looks pretty clean. Now, there was no sticker on this one, actually, to tell us what was wrong with it. I wonder if this one actually works. I do see a battery in there. That battery is soldered to the board. So we will use our little snips. We will get that battery out of there. There is some light rust or corrosion here. But we have a hard drive, a whopping 40 megabyte hard drive. So this was upgraded. This was upgraded. Because this says on the back it's a 20 meg. So this was upgraded at one point to a 40 megabyte hard drive. Because this says 40S on the back of it. So either someone swapped the back case or what. But at some point this machine was opened. Now the hard drive is probably dead, but who knows. Alright, so let's take out the floppy cable here. Because I want to remove that PRAM battery. Add it to my collection. Any Star Wars fans out there are familiar with General Grievous, the bad guy who likes to collect the lightsabers from the dead Jedi? Well, I'm sort of like that with these compact Macs, except for some reason I collect their PRAM batteries. I don't know why. A problem with letting go, I guess. Alright, so let's look for... okay, yeah. Let's take this out. Just gonna take out the SCSI cable, make it a little easier on ourselves. And reach in there. Just enough space to unhook this thing. Does it want to come out? Come on. Let me stand up and do this. Might be a little easier. Sometimes just like the angle you're going through here. I don't want to get too close to that now. Come on. And of course, putting this cable back on is going to be equally as fun, but it's a stubborn one. This is quite stubborn. Oh, come on, you little bugger. Yeah, that is not coming off of there. Huh. Just keep trying, I guess. Try wiggling it side to side. And this metal support actually I can't remove. This is like welded. There's no screws on this one. So I can't remove this piece. But yeah, I'm just working on that main cable there. It is pretty snug in there. But let's keep trying. I'm just taking my time. Oh, this is so awkward. I feel like I'm going to break the connector off. No, hand can't fit that way. Well, at least I could look at the speaker cable and get that out of the way. Maybe. Yeah, you know what? I could probably just... No, it's not loose enough. Yeah, I need a flathead screwdriver where the bit is not going to fall off on me. I have one at the desk over there. Let me go grab that. My snips are over there anyway, so I need those as well. Yeah, I'm trying to yank it. There's just no there's no way for me to grip it. There's this I have to put my hand under like this with one of my fingers grab the tab and with the other try and pull it. It's just not, there's not enough room in there for my fat fingers to get in there. And there's metal surrounding that cable, so it's very hard. So I have to grab it, you know, release that thing with one finger and try and wiggle it out with the others. And it's not happy. Oh, come on. I feel like I'm going to rip this connector off the board. I guess I could do it from the video board, but again, that's even more complex. And that's next to the things I don't want to touch. That's not going to do it. Yeah, because even if I remove it from the video board, this connector is so thick that I can't really remove it and slide it up. I guess I could, you know, tilt out the board that way, but I'm not getting too much give here. Usually it's a little bit easier to work with, but... Yes, I keep hearing you guys say screwdriver. I will find the appropriate bit. It's going to be its own problem, but... Let me show you how. It's very unlike the other one. That's what I'm dealing with there. So, very difficult to get my little fingers inside of that, let alone to pry it away from there. So, yes, let me boot up from my Service Source CD, and we'll get that sorted right away. So it seems to be on one side of this, it's a little bit easier, maybe. Yeah, well, I don't have a long flathead that has a thin tip. They're all too fat. So I'm using what I got here. Anyone is welcome to donate super chats or tools to my residence. I will gladly use them. I just literally do not have them available. Alright, let's see. They're all too big. They're just, you know, your normal hardware store tools. So sorry to disappoint. We'll get it eventually. Just gonna take us some time here. How's the weather by you guys? Good? I'm hearing good? Maybe? That's all part of the stream. If everything went according to plan, it'd be very short and boring. Yep, no, I appreciate. I'm not trying to scold anybody. I'm just saying I would fully use those things at my disposal if I could. At this point, what I may do is just gently weasel this board out from the sides here. Just to give me a little bit more wiggle room there. There we go. It's a little bit helpful. I almost touched the CRT there. That would have been fun. So actually, if I move that up like that. There we go. Oh, that's much better. Much better. I could get a tool in there much better now. There we go. There we go. That should help us out. Just trying to clear the metal at the bottom of this, but at least I can get that speaker cable out. There we go. And I can see the battery looks to be in okay shape. Has a date of 1988 expiration on it. And now, see, now it's easier. I'll show you what I'm going to do here. See, that connector is so flush in there. Now I've been able to spread it apart so I can weasel in a screwdriver. Before, you couldn't even do that. It was so tight on there, I swear. There was no getting that out of there. So, all right. Yeah, but then these would be much shorter live streams. All right, that's helping out a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. It is out. We got it out, folks. There we go. And look at that. Not bad. Not bad. All right, so yeah, let's get that battery out of there before we do anything else. I'm gonna power this thing on after we take the battery out. So we're gonna get our little snips here, and we're just gonna go snip and snip. Our battery's out. So GG/11/88. So I'm guessing this battery was good until November 1988. So yeah, this is our board. Again, it looks like the hard drive has been upgraded in this. And I mean, it's dusty, but it's not horribly dusty. Just getting the big dust bunnies I could see off of the board here. I mean, it's going to need a cleaning, but there are no electrolytic capacitors here to really worry about. Just getting the big dust bunnies away. You know what? Where's my multimeter? Oh, I think I put it upstairs, did I? Ah, is it upstairs? That would have been a hoot, wouldn't it? If that thing... Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let's see. Let's see. .06 volts. 0.06 volts. You kidding me? 0.06 volts still on this thing. How about that? Wow. That's a keeper. That goes in the candy bag. Alright. So we cleaned this off a little bit. But you know, let's put the board back in. So I'm gonna put the speaker cable back in. Well, I could do it this way. There we go. That's the easy way. You're supposed to do it. And let's get this main cable plugged back in there. Ow, my fingers. Alright. And, yeah, you know what? Let's plug in the hard drive and everything. Why not? Yeah, it really, the underside of it looks really in nice condition. So, alright, let's plug this SCSI cable back in here. Again, this one did not have a sticker that indicated what was wrong with it. So, yeah. Who knows? This is going to be fun. I'm going to actually feed it in from here just so I could hold it a bit better. That's a bad idea. It's a very bad idea. This will probably be the last machine of the night. Believe it or not, I'm getting tired. And I don't like to be tired while I'm messing around with things that could easily shock me and harm me. So you want to stay alert at all times. Alright, let's plug the other end of that in. Okay, let's make sure that SCSI cable is firmly in there. Now it is. Okay. And let's make sure we can plug our floppy cable back in. Alright. Come on. You could do it. I know you can't really see any of this, but this is something I have to be able to see to actually put it back in. Alright, cool. And we plug our hard drive power cable back in there. And we're pretty much all good to go. So let me just make sure. I have not turned any of these machines on. So that's why I'm opening them up first. To make sure the batteries haven't exploded or anything. None of these have been tested personally by me. Now the eWaste place might have tried to turn them on. I don't know. Most of them have stickers on it. This one did not. So it's a bit of a mystery. We actually have a, hold on, we have a sticker that's hanging around inside of here. What is this? Just a bunch of random letters and numbers. Maybe it was a sticker on the side of the CRT or something like that. That fell off. But, alright, well, we are going to stand it up. I don't have my hopes set too high, but it looks okay. Okay. And I'm going to put the back case back on it, just so we don't scratch up my desk. Okay. Place your bets, folks. Do you think it will turn on? Do you think it will explode? Do you think it will play Christmas tunes? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think? Let me get a keyboard here. I'm pretty sure that this is just dirt from people going boop. Because if I try and clean that off, I'm sure that'll come right off. Yeah, it's coming off. It's going to need a lot more elbow grease than I'm willing to give it at almost 3 a.m. here. But let's plug in our keyboard. And do I have a mouse? I should. Actually, no, I don't, because I was messing around with the 2GS and I didn't need a mouse. Well, if it boots, we'll get a mouse. How about that? Alright, so one of you says you think it will work. You shouldn't stay up late. Yeah. It's a Friday night. Rare occasion. Oh boy. Okay. There goes nothing. Hard drive spinning up. I heard a beep. I don't see an image on the screen. I hear a whining noise. Oh, there we go. Hey, look at that. Alright, we have a cursor. Hard drive is probably toast. Yeah. Light is on though. I'm surprised. I'm going to turn this off real quick. Because sometimes those hard drives, they've been sitting for so long that the initial startup will not be enough to spin it up. So I'm going to let it sit for 1 second. I'm going to grab a mouse just in case it boots up. And just pardon me 1 minute, please. Go grab a mouse. Okay, got a mouse. And I'm not going to push this thing too hard. I don't want anything blown up inside of it because it's so old, etc. But let's see. Let's try it one more time. Get you guys a little bit closer so you can see this bad boy in action. Well, the cursor works. We can move around the cursor. That's a good sign. I wonder if there was a boot disc on this. This is the one we pulled out of the Plus. Nope. It's trying to eject it, but it can't. That's alright. We'll give you a little help there. This paperclip is not strong. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Oh, it's almost out. Come on. I need a better paperclip. Yeah, it could be a broken cog, or it just could be the grease is just destroyed. There we go. Got that disc out of there. Well, I'm glad somebody is taking advantage of it. Let's see. I'm just curious because we did get this thing to work. Do we have a floppy disk? An 800K boot floppy here. Where's my collection of discs here? I've been traveling so much with my discs and everything to try and boot up machines elsewhere that I need to remind myself where I put them. Let me stand up for a second. Oh boy, where did they go? Well, I'm gonna keep looking. Just give me a second. I should really get more organized of where I put those. But that screen is pretty sharp. I don't see any burn-in or anything. Yeah, it'd be a System 6 floppy. See, when Mike was over, we were moving stuff around. Well, I was moving stuff around. And it probably just got misplaced. Where'd it go? Where the heck did I put that bin? This is gonna drive me crazy. Yeah, unlike the Classic, this does not have an operating system built into the ROM. Oh boy. I mean, where could I put the darn thing? Because I was looking for Apple II discs in there when Mike was over. I'm just talking out loud here. Let's see if they're over here. Let's see if I have any in this thing. RAM doubler, no. Norton disk utilities, but it's a 1.44 megs. That won't work. Yeah, these are all high density disks, so that's not exactly going to help me. This would if it was not. Yeah, I'm just going to keep looking around. You guys won't mind, hopefully. Hopefully. Just give me a minute. This is gonna drive me crazy. I just had it. I had it when Mike was over. Sorry, camera went down. Yeah, there was a crash of discs on the ground. Not the discs I was looking for. All right, let me check on the other side of the basement. Maybe I dragged it over there. I don't know why, but yes, I did boot up a machine. If we can't find a disc, I'll just make one. How about that? I found it. I found it, I found it, I found it. Yay! Alright. Here's what I was looking for. This is my goodie box here. Got my SCSI 2SD adapter in here, got my boot discs in here. I believe this is for Mac Plus. Let's see if this will work. Oh, there we go. You don't like that either, huh? Well, I do have an external disk drive. I have my SCSI 2SD. We'll just use that. Poor thing. It's all right, buddy. Almost got it. Oop. We'll just use this. I have questions if that disk drive will even work. Yep, no, I gotta rebuild my own stuff. It's funny, it's still trying to seek the drive. Let's give that a rest for a second. Let me make sure I have the appropriate SD card here. There we go. This one will work with the Mac Plus, so it should work fine with this. We'll just swap that out. Okay. And we'll just plug this back in the machine. And hopefully that'll make it happy. You should. That'll be fun. The more the merrier. Alright. Let's see if this will help us out here. Tech and music, that sounds horrible. It seems like that floppy drive is actually still, yeah. that's another problem. No, this keyboard is too big, but use what I use. It's whatever I had bought. Yeah, it's like the drive mechanism is like jammed in one position, so the machine thinks there's a disk in there. It's trying to read it. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, see, it goes to eject. There we go. How about that? Reading off the SCSI 2SD adapter. We got our hard drive. Let's see how much memory is in this thing. Yeah, it keeps trying to read that disk. thinks there's something in there. Oh, that's right. I had this RAM disk thing installed here. I don't know if it's going to work too well. Yep, 4 megabytes of memory. Nice. So we're maxed out. We are maxed out. That poor hard drive is probably dead, but I doubt I'll recognize it. Yeah, it doesn't see the SCSI drive. But nice. Full 4 megabytes of memory. Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with the hard drive another night. But I went almost 20 minutes over where I originally wanted to be. But let's see if the speaker is good. Let's go to control panel here. I mean, we heard the startup beep, but let's see if we get anything else. That's loud and clear to me. I think there's a game on here, Mac Missiles, that will give us some nice clear sound. Well, you know what? Let's do Tetris. I haven't done Tetris in a while. Eep. Awesome. Just look how beautiful that is. That music is going to be in everyone's head. I'm viewing this from an angle, so that doesn't help. That's enough out of that. But, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody joining me today. I did not expect one of the broken ones to work. Who knows? Maybe this one sticker fell off and it was working. I don't think so. It has a bit of a whine to it. It's probably the hard drive. Maybe it's some of the analog board or whatever, but that board is really clean. So, this is just your standard 800K Macintosh SE. We have a dead 40 gig meg hard drive in there. But we have 4 megabytes of memory, so that's really cool. So I'm going to shut this down here. We're going to turn that off. The CRT is nice and crisp and beautiful looking, so that is a plus. And yeah, so I appreciate everybody joining me tonight. I will probably do another live stream in a few days, but it's been fun that at least we got one to work. That was machine number 4 we looked at today, so there's quite a few more. Let me know if you liked this live stream. Leave a comment, like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My handle is Mac84TV. If you want to become a patron of mine and support me, tiers start at $1 per month. You get behind the scenes access to stuff, exclusive videos that you can't see anywhere else, and all sorts of other goodies. So yep, that's my thing for that. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I'm glad some of you liked the stream, and we'll continue to crack open some other compact Macs another time. So take care, guys. Good night, and I'm going to awkwardly hit that end stream button. So see you guys later. Take care.